Near the borders of the Grey Union in Orgistan, Ataturk was having a private conversation with the director. The Blues industrial production is going swimmingly, the director reported. I never knew that their advanced technology would actually bring us here to this point. We can now start mass producing weapons and tanks, and even start producing new ones. That is great news indeed, Ataturk said. However, I demand that all of these efforts be speeded up. If we are to be seen as a world power, then we must be industrialized like one. I shall inform the appropriate ministers. You heard, however, the Red Docents have finally managed a breakthrough against the Grey March. Yes, I had heard something to that nature, old friend. What do you think we should do about it? There's not much we can do, other than invade the Grey Union territory. That may not be a bad idea, old friend. Now that the Grey Union's in civil war, all their territory is free real estate. It's I don't think he'll mind if we help out in exchange for some more territorial concessions. Be very careful. You could quite easily piss him off. What, Greymont? He has without the country anymore. He knows that he's screwed without our help. He'll protest, but in the end, he'll accept our aid. And what about Violet Nam as well? Mertika's forces appear to have stayed put. It appears that you are correct. The Violets will not engage anyone outside of their territory. Nor will they engage in any form of conventional warfare. Still though, Violet Nam is massively impacting our resources. It is preventing us from using our navy. And the Yellow's navy as well. I think it's time that we have a little bit of a regime change. How soon would you be able to arrange a coup in Violet Nam? I have good news on that part. There is a junior minister under Mertika who is willing to cooperate with us. It's a start, old friend. I want Mertika surrounded by all the people loyal to us before I act. Makes sense. However, he's very powerful enough. He'll be able to convince the rest to join him. This coup will be carried out with the utmost caution. Good old friend. But remember, do not execute the coup until you have the maximum chance of success. Well, back to our job. Back to work then. The director quietly shook his head. Did Ataturk not trust him? He got to where he was because of how competent he was. He was also very intelligent. Why couldn't Ataturk appreciate his talents? He sighed to himself. Ataturk's just making sure there are no loose ends. Thankfully. If there's one thing the director knows, it's how to tie up loose ends. Hello everyone and welcome back to Armyman World at War. I'm Vad Sorensen and today we have the Reds and the Greys preparing to defend this position from a surprisingly orange attack. The Oranges have brought their trusty B1 pieces here. However, they've also brought up these brand new tank designs, the P-43s. As well, will these new tank designs actually be useful? It's up to anyone's guess, but the orange industry is now beginning to catch up. The Reds have brought their ever-trusty T-34s here to help hold this position. The Reds have the most amount of manpower here, and the Greys, these are Grey Union loyalists, these are the people who are supported by Red Dosa. But they still have the same advantage of not having twice the normal health of everybody. However, the oranges, a warrior culture, battle hardened, has 3 times the health of normal people. Anyway, without any further ado, let's start. I have not play tested this beforehand because the last time I tried and I haven't play tested this because I haven't tested this out because the last time I did that it crashed. So I ain't doing that again. Maybe slow these tanks down. Oh, wait! Our T-34 is leaving cover. Alright, these pieces are here. Oh! Well, that's one of the newer tanks destroyed. So strangely. And that's another one gone. Hold on. These tanks can be repaired. And I will permit them to repair them. However, it appears the oranges have now gotten bazookas instead of their anti-tank rifles. Wow, it's really interesting. All of their tanks have just been made useless. Except only one B1 Beast has been... Oh, and they just ran over their guys. Fabulous. Now, what are you guys doing back here? Force them up. Let's see if we can repair any of these things. Oh, this might be good. All right, that's now now the oranges are approaching the second line of defense. Yeah, but in the end, the orange's health is definitely taking a toll here. However, the reds and the grays have a highly defensible position. However, lots of oranges are dying, but they are starting to push them back. The center has just completely collapsed. However, one T-34 has decided to remain where it is and not advance. as they are now beginning to, as the oranges have now reached the point where they can now begin. Yep, and this T-34 is opening fire. I don't understand. These are brand new tanks. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. The P-43 is a Italian tank, so yeah, you know, everything. That pretty much explains how bad. That pretty much explains it right there. Oh, some more grenades here on the left flank. Well, red docent for left. Here. Yeah. Well, that entire flank has just collapsed. Sorry if I have not been posting these videos as often as I should. But, I have a new recording. I have a new setup for how my sound is recorded, and, it makes it really hard to, get the audio. However, I figured some temporary solutions. So, we should be good. Now, of course, the red docents are not allowed to retreat on the battlefield, so they're stuck in their positions, and they cannot flee. As over here on the left flank, the red docents' last line of defense is here. Their rifles and sniper rifles are making, well, wearing down at the enemy health. But in the end, the sheer size of the orgistani's invasion force is too much. As they are now as the orgistanis are now encountering the last line of defense here. Oh, the left flank the red docent left has completely collapsed. And now the orgistanis are moving in. With their grenades. Yep. And their RPGs. Yep. And here comes the last grenade. And there. That's it. The last of the defenders has been destroyed. The orgistanis are no fools. They realize that you must attack a position with a 3-to-1 advantage. Anyway. Let me swap over to this really quick. No, it was fine the way it was. Alright. Yellow are dead oranges, and reds are the dead allies. Here. What really... Yeah, all of these orgistani casualties were because that the tanks were taken out very early. However, they were able to recover. However, it seems that they're able to recover their losses. And despite having the 3 times health, many orgistanis have fallen today. However, will this be enough to take pressure off the, noble Grey March? We shall see. Thank you all so very much for watching. Comment down below who you want to see win. And also, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss an episode of this series. And as always, I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.